loading screen, brother.
Carnosaur.
Carnosaur. I hate wildlife. Is that the tagline? Does it matter?
Why not? We've been talking about this since we finished watching it. I don't understand what happened.
We learned the characters' names in the credits. There was genetic mutations, like there was like a Jurassic Park element in there where they grew dinosaurs from other genetics. But then there was this side plot that became the main plot that there was some virus also somehow in this genetic manipulation, and it either turned people into dinosaurs or women in contact with it gave birth to dinosaurs. And it was, this scientist was like, oh, I want to replace humans with dinosaurs, and that's the virus. I still don't, we're trying to succinctly summarize this plot.
Yeah, I'm not making a joke. I don't understand.
I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
They didn't care. Why should we?
In the title sequence, there are words popping up that are
science words. They're saying, oh, genetic stuff from one animal is going into a chicken, genetic stuff from another animal is going into a chicken. And in the meantime, it's stock footage of like a 1950s slaughterhouse with chickens being like defeathered and beheaded and guts being washed into drains.
Why?
I don't understand that.
We see some guys delivering chickens.
Yeah.
And one of them explodes.
There was a giant egg in place of where a chicken was, covered in gore.
An egg as big as the chicken.
Yes.
So we're supposed to think this came from the chicken. And as one of the delivery guys is looking at the egg, it hatches, and a dinosaur bites him in the face.
Wait, no, it's not a dinosaur.
The Carnosaur.
Not a dinosaur. The word Carnosaur is never used.
The word Carnosaur is never used.
A trucker on the radio uses the term dinosaur later in the movie, and that's the only... I don't know.
Oh my god.
All right.
There's a guy watching television getting drunk in a trailer. He's at some job site. We don't know who he is. We don't know why he's there. Some people are outside dicking around on the heavy equipment.
Outside, whatever, yeah.
He doesn't like this.
Hold it! I got a gun! I can't shoot for shit!
He starts climbing in the heavy equipment, trying to drive somewhere, I guess.
Or just turn it on and...
He turns one on and this woman screams. And he's like, gotcha, bitch. And then...
That's exactly what he said.
At one point, the main character is called Doc. We're wondering, is this guy a doctor? Right now, he's just a security guard who gets hammered every night.
A terrible security guard.
Who literally drinks before his shift.
There's some backstory that we don't know about.
Told. Then we get some teenagers driving hammered through the desert.
Yep. They're in a Jeep Wrangler. They're in the desert. They almost drive off a cliff. And one guy's like, hey, I have to take a piss. The girl and the guy left in the car like, awesome. We have some alone time. Let's get it on.
They decide to bang it out while the guy's just taking a leak. That guy is a serious two-pump chump.
That's all the time he needs.
You're going to have sex while a guy's taking a leak before he comes back? That's impressive.
Carnosaur comes up. We assume bites his junk off.
It appears so.
And then, instead of finishing him off, he crawls off junkless, dragging his former junk through the mud, dirt. And the Carnosaur then jumps through the plexiglass or the plastic window and just eats the two teenagers. And that's it.
Disembowels them.
It's a long scene of a hand puppet,
and nobody fighting back or even remotely trying to escape.
You don't want to damage the one puppet you have.
Oh man. That just happened. Drunken Hero has met up with the hippie chick. Mm-hmm. And they're driving down the road and they find a guy in the middle of the road just gored out. And his death scene is him just doing one of these.
Yeah.
There's a brilliant shot with a government dude straddling a giant conference table, poking at a senator's food while he's eating it and lusciously describing how they made the blueberries out of other food.
It was like out of a goat placenta or something, wasn't it? It was some
Food.
weird thing. So what's for dinner? It's the other white meat. I don't think it matters. It wasn't the point of the movie. The point of this movie was watching Clint Howard eat. That was my favorite part of the whole movie.
I swear to God, they paid him in meals. All he did was eat.
Yeah, it was great.
That's it.
And
then
he was my favorite character. It was hanging upside down in the rafters.
Oh, that was awesome.
Did you see that? All right, that was the best part of the movie.
That was amazing.
And that was the best death in the whole movie.
And the best effect.
I don't know why the Carnosaur was hanging upside down. The raptor like swung down and took his head off.
What in creation are
The sheriff's story progression is I find a Carnosaur in my eggs to I'm screaming into my radio for help to I'm walking down the streets of my town with a shotgun and it's empty. He finds the dinosaur.
The what?
He finds the Carnosaur, shoots it with a shotgun, walks up to it, starts talking shit to it, and then gets a talon up his ass.
Literally. So far up his ass it comes out his front.
Then he shoots and kills it and then dies. And that's it. That's all we know from the sheriff. There's a nice laser sequence where a guy's hand gets sliced off while being eaten by a dinosaur.
A what?
Carnosaur. There's another scene where a Carnosaur
Thank you.
is eating a group of hippies who've chained themselves to giant trucks.
In the middle of the night when they're not doing any work.
Someone needs to explain to these people how to stop work from happening. You do it during the shift. No one's using this shit in the middle of the night.
Everyone knows you sabotage the equipment at night and you chain yourself to it during the day. That's hippie 101.
These are the dumbest hippies ever.
Damn hippies.
Carnosaur comes, eats them, and what do you know? There's a hand left behind. Looks remarkably like the other hand. Just reusing props in this movie.
Yeah, all three of them.
This movie is so ridiculous. At one point, women start shitting eggs.
We're not talking
And it
chicken
kills
eggs either.
them.
And because it like blows out their whole lower torso. It's these eggs are the size of basketballs.
Right. Why?
I don't know.
The mad scientist woman, she gives him a magic antidote, which will stop all of this.
She explains her plan, and then he says, "Is there an antidote?" And she says, "Yeah." She gives it to him. He just
She
leaves.
smashes out glass like it's a fire alarm. Break in case of Carnosaur emergency.
Sure. Every office has that, doesn't yours?
Yeah, in case a raptor breaks in. It has a nuclear symbol on it.
Yeah, it's got the radiation, radioactive. Because, you know, this movie had science in it. Why do you hate science?
After hero guy escapes, mad scientist woman decides she's going to give birth to a raptor. Carnosaur. She puts a blanket down,
Yeah, she has to make it nice and neat.
lays down, spread eagle,
This
starts
is the weirdest thing.
making orgasm noises.
Is that what that was?
Gives herself a C-section with her fingernails.
Literally, she's laying on the back. She's like, "Oh, let me just open this up so the baby can come out."
And a little tiny Carnosaur head pops out.
It's like this big.
Why is that not in an egg? Everything else has been in an egg. She gives live birth to a raptor, Carnosaur.
For whatever reason, the entire town now has this virus.
What virus?
The virus that makes you poop out eggs.
Where'd that come from?
Science. And they go to the one doctor. The whole town's like in one waiting room. The government now finally is in this area, and they're going through in hazmat suits, and they're just, at this point, just killing everyone. Of course, everyone waits for their turn to be shot.
Nobody fights back
Nobody
at all.
flinches, like pop, 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 and then...
Not, oh, that was my wife. Just
Oh, is it my turn next?
hero guy gets the antidote. And instead of taking it somewhere where they can replicate it or give it to a bunch of people, he goes and finds the hippie chick who's been a super bitch to him the whole movie. He gives her the antidote, which allows her to get well enough to climb in a small front loader, and the two of them fight the Carnosaur. They're in the Bobcats fighting a hand puppet with no mobility whatsoever. Eventually, they gore it.
Yeah, they just like ram into it.
It doesn't move. It doesn't do anything.
It flips one over, and that's the scariest part of the movie, I guess, when you think our hero
I was really afraid he was going to die.
gonna die.
He climbs in.
And then it goes full throttle on a Bobcat, which is like 3 miles an hour, and gently nudges it over the Carnosaur.
And it dies.
I hate wildlife.
Hero, doctor guy, is in his trailer. The government comes in and shoots him approximately 607 times.
Holy fuck! Jesus Christ!
Oh, but he protected her.
Is that a flamethrower?
Oh, he didn't protect her.
No. Wasn't he our hero?
They used all the squibs they had like at the movie store that day.
And then set him on fire, roll backwards credits. And the credits scrolled opposite.
Down.
They down instead of up.
Because that's how you read, right? Down to up.
Was this so bad it's good?
I liked 3 things about the movie. Clint eating. Clint being decapitated. Okay, I like 2 things about the movie.
Overall, it was boring as shit.
Yeah, and that.
If you can find a highlights clip on YouTube of just the dinosaur stuff, watch that. You'll laugh, and you've seen the best parts. There's no reason to watch the other shit.
It's all filler.
So bad, it's... Watch the highlights.
There's about 10 minutes of good footage in this movie. At 72 minutes, I still thought it was too long. Felt like a day. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, we'll have more.
We need bad movies. Hit us up in the comments, Facebook or Twitter. That's what I call it now.
Ta-ta.
Going to twat later.
Oh, that was the best part of everything today.
God damn it.